Hey, what's up guys? Joker here, and I hope you're all doing well. As usual, today we've got a couple of news stories in the world of tech and PC gaming. First up, we're going to be talking about AMD's future roadmap for Zen CPUs, as well as RDNA 2 extending all the way into the year 2022. Also, a fix has been rolled out for the Microsoft Search UI bug, which was causing high CPU usage, which I've downloaded. Get into all of that very soon, and also a new free DLC for Assassin's Creed Odyssey, which is actually really cool. But first, today's video is brought to you by LevelKey.com, where you can save money on games for all of your favorite platforms, as well as software like Windows 10 Pro for under $16, Microsoft Office 2016 for $33, and Microsoft Office 2019 Professional Plus for under $70. And if you use my code PDS22 at checkout, you could save yourself 22% off of your Windows 10 Pro key, or you can get 3% off of the entire website with the code PDS3, or 16% off with PDS16 for any software over there. So be sure to check out the links down in the description below. So first up, let's talk about AMD and their future roadmap going through the year 2022. This was a leaked roadmap which is posted over on Guru 3D right now. As it is a rumor and a leak, obviously take it with a grain of salt, but there's not too much new here, and also the slides look very similar to ones that we have seen from AMD in the past, but this was allegedly shown during a financial meeting. There was a couple of slides showing the roadmaps for both Zen CPUs as well as RDNA and RDNA 2, which AMD is reportedly working on and could conceivably be available as soon as next year, probably on consoles like the Xbox Scarlet and the PlayStation 5, if those are available next year, which that's the current, rumors and things. That's what we're expecting to see as launches for those in the year 2020. So taking a look over on Guru 3D, you can see we've got two slides here. The first one is for CPUs. Obviously, right now we are at the point of Zen 2 in the year 2019 on 7 nanometer. Now, previously, this only went up as far as Zen 3 on slides that we have seen going all the way back to 2017. So that was showing 7 nanometer plus. That shows the design is now complete on 7 nanometer plus, and we'll probably start to see those maybe next year, maybe even as early 2021. And the reason I say that is because we've got Zen 4 on here for 2022. So we've got two different architectures there, or two different Zen lineups, and we've got 3 years for them to actually come out, 2020 all the way up through 2022. They might spread these out a little bit more. Maybe we'll see them in early 2021, something along those lines with the Zen 3 stuff, and then Zen 4 later on down the road after that. We don't know exactly if that's going to continue 7 nanometer plus, or if there's going to be another die shrink, maybe possibly even down to 5 nanometer, which would be really cool to see. We just don't really have any further details on this right now. We also did get a look at the Radeon graphics architecture roadmap, which right now we are in RDNA, which is 7 nanometer, and this extends up till 2021 on RDNA 2 with 7 nanometer plus, which is currently in its design phase, and we are presumably going to see this on the Xbox Scarlet possibly next year. I don't think we'll really see this on PC hardware, on dedicated graphics cards, probably until 2021, since that's as far as the roadmap goes, and that's the last thing mentioned on here. So we might get a refresh next year, maybe. This is just, I'm just hypothetically speaking here, but I do think we'll probably see some cards come out in 2020 from AMD, but I think it'll just more or less be a refresh of what we have right now, and maybe they'll put in some lower tiered cards in the stack, or maybe shuffle around what they have right now to lower and put out some higher end cards. I think that's more than likely what we'll see in 2020, and then we'll actually see RDNA 2 on 7 nanometer plus in 2021 for desktops. Next up, let's talk about Microsoft. If you remember, I covered this recently where there was an update for Windows 10, which ended in 941. It was KB4512941. That's the full number of the update, and I advised you guys to hold off on downloading that because it was reported to cause very high CPU usage because of the Search UI Cortana. It would basically take over an entire core. And on that video, there were so many people that were like, oh, just disable Cortana. Well, actually, disabling Cortana was one of the things that was actually causing the issue for people having high CPU usage. But you'll be glad to know that the latest Windows update, which I downloaded last night, and so far I haven't seen any issues with it. I haven't done any really extensive testing. I played some Gears 5 on it, and I've been using Windows all day and a little bit last evening after I downloaded it, and so far nothing has really stuck out to me. I haven't seen any high CPU usage, and I do have Cortana disabled on my PC, so nothing really has come up yet. And yeah, conceivably, if you were having that issue and you didn't roll back your updates, this would fix it for you. So it seems like it's safe now to go ahead and update, but who knows, we might find out a week from now that this is causing some other sort of issue. Also in the patch notes was mentioned that this was helping to fix a security vulnerability, but if you're on a 64-bit version of Windows, this is really not going to be much of an issue for you anyway. The security vulnerability was only for people running 32-bit versions of Windows, but if you are running a 32-bit, there was some security vulnerabilities that were possibly available, like that could be attacked. You know, they didn't have any evidence that they were yet, but they could have been, so they went ahead and patched that, which is good. But if you're a gamer, you're probably on 64-bit Windows anyway, and this was never going to be an issue for you, as it was only affecting 32-bit versions of Windows 10. Last up, but certainly not least, I want to talk about Assassin's Creed Odyssey, which got a release of a new DLC. This is a completely free DLC if you do own Assassin's Creed Odyssey, but it's actually also available as a standalone. You can get it for just like, it's like $5 right now. If you want to buy the standalone, the price has been reduced. I think it's going to be around $15 regularly, but right now you can get it for like $5 if you don't own Odyssey and you just want to get this DLC. And it's a very different DLC from what we usually see. It's called Discovery Tour, and basically what it is like guided tours of ancient Greece, which is actually pretty sweet. Like, you go to certain areas, you know, sites that you maybe want to go visit if you actually visited Greece yourself, except you're getting to see it in, you know, olden times through the game engine and through Assassin's Creed Odyssey and stuff like that, which has incredible graphics. So you basically can go through there as an avatar, and you can actually have an NPC guide you through it and, you know, give you information and tell you all of these interesting facts about, you know, what you're looking at and the area that you're in. So this is a very cool interactive, you know, guided tour, something you might go if you visited Greece, but, you know, seeing it in ancient times is actually pretty sweet. It's going to be available in third person as well as first person if you download it. And immediately my thought was just like, okay, now make this available for VR. Like, add first person VR support to this, where you can actually get guided around on a tour in Greece. And imagine just how incredible and immersive that would be to be able to look around at, you know, these at the architecture and things like that, and be able to get information. And one of the main reasons they do this is to make it as an educational tool, so teachers could possibly use this in the classroom, which is really awesome. But imagine, just like I said, taking that a step further and making it VR and having a classroom full of students sitting around in VR headsets or taking turns using a VR headset and being able to get a guided tour through Greece, and how much more that could help you learn to actually put you into that environment. You know, having it as it is, you know, third person or first person, getting these tours is pretty cool, especially if you're a history buff like me. You know, but having it in virtual reality would make it even cooler. So I would love to see them do something like that in the future. But let me know your thoughts down in the comments below on the AC Odyssey DLC. As I said, it is available as a standalone right now. So if you're really, really interested to try out this Discovery Tour DLC without having to buy the main game, then you can go ahead and take advantage of that. And of course, if you have the Uplay Plus, which is actually free for this month, you could also do it as well and play through Assassin's Creed Odyssey, which was a very good game. But I said, let me know your thoughts down on the comments below about this, the Windows update, as well as the AMD roadmap and everything. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a thumbs up on it down below. Subscribe if you're not already, and ring that notification bell if you've been here for a while. And I'll see you tomorrow for another video.